Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, The Sea Poet, Poetry Ungovernable, and in today's video we are going to talk about imagery. Kindly subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you'll be able to see all my videos as they come up. Okay, so when we are talking about imagery, we are talking about a literary device. This device is used by writers or poets by use of figurative language or very vivid descriptive language in order to evoke a mental picture in the reader's mind. So the poet appeals to your senses, the sense of taste, the sense of sight, to see, the sense of smell, the sense of hearing, the sense of touch, and even that of internal and external emotions and feelings in order to bring you closer and evoke that mental picture in your mind in order to create what you call imagery. So the question we should be asking ourselves is, how does a poet do this? A poet will use various figures of speech in order to create imagery in a poem. For example, similes. This we have covered in our previous video. Kindly check it out if you need to understand what is a simile. We also covered metaphors. Metaphors is also another figure of speech that a poet will use in order to create imagery in a poem. The other figure of speech that a poet may use to create imagery is onomatopoeia. This we have not covered in our videos before, but we shall in a future video. Kindly watch out for that as well. And finally, the poet may use personification. Personification is also a figure of speech that helps one to create imagery for the reader's attention, including the descriptive language. These were figures of speech, but there is the descriptive language, a very vivid one that the poet can use in order to create this mental picture in the reader's mind. So we are going to go through 7 types of imagery, which will very much well identify with our description that we used when we said what is imagery, and you'll see that right out. One is the visual imagery. Visual imagery, what we are saying. So the poet will appeal to you as the reader in your sense of sight by using visual imagery. So here you're looking at size, shape, color, something identifying with sight. The other form, the second form of imagery that a poet may use is what you call kinesthetic imagery. In this form of imagery or type of imagery, the poet is appealing to your sense of motion. So motion, movement. So is it slow, is it fast, and so on. The third form of imagery that a poet may use to appeal to your sense of hearing is called auditory imagery. So what is that sound? Is it a boom sound? Is it a bang sound? So all these are appealing to your sense of hearing. The fourth type of imagery that the poet may use is the gustatory imagery. In this type of imagery, the poet is appealing to your sense of taste. Is it sour? Is it sweet? Is it spicy? And so on. Fifth is what you call organic imagery. Here, the poet is appealing to that sense of emotion. It's a very difficult, actually, imagery to create because you're looking at emotions, hunger, fear, tiredness. So here, a lot of descriptive language may be used. So, and sixth is the tactile imagery, appealing to your sense of touch. Is it smooth? Is it soft? Is it rough? And so on. And finally, the sense of smell, which is olfactory imagery. In this imagery, we are, as poets, we are talking, or we are appealing to your sense of smell. Is it off-putting? Is it nice? Among others. Now that you have seen the definition and the purpose as well of imagery, and as well as the types of imagery, we are going to go through an example that I wrote in the book Fathom, Me Not a Saint, so that we can see further an example and see how do we use descriptive language and figurative language to bring out imagery in a poem. This is the book Fathom, Me Not a Saint, and we are going to go through poem number 14 in the book. It's called His Eyes Took Away My Innocence. In this poem, there are various types of imagery that I have used, and one of them is a kinesthetic imagery where there is movement. For example, in the line, behind feet were closely stomping, such a fear, so near. So there is kinesthetic imagery where somebody is running after someone. We also see it when I say he pushed me under. There is the aspect, the movement of pushing somebody to ensure they are down. Then there is the organic imagery where there is the use of the word help, a very prolonged help. There are various stanzas that actually show the aspect or the sense of fear in the persona, in the poem. There is also that of auditory imagery in the last stanza where we are seeing the sound of a slap, 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 and the pain. You can already see yourself in this poem or you can see the mental picture is being created where the person is taking the innocence of the other person. I hope you have enjoyed my video today. See you in the next one. Bye.